Hello everybody, my name is Ash, and welcome back to Neopian Flashbacks. Today I am playing more Altador Cup Flash games. Quick few notes, we started late, sorry. We also started on a different day than we were supposed to. Sorry about that as well. Hopefully you got my little note about the stream being delayed to Saturday, because, well, see, I didn't sleep at all on Friday. So, I thought, well, if I stream maybe on a different day, I'll feel a lot better. Well, here's the thing. I didn't sleep today either, so it didn't matter. God, it's just like Linkin Park said, in the end, it really didn't matter. Yeah, so it's all fucked. I've decided today I'm going to completely stay awake this entire day and not take a nap, no matter how much it hurts me. Even if I have to go to bed at like 7 p.m. and sleep the whole rest of the night, because I gotta fix this, because I'm going back to work soon. Second note, you will notice that I did not get to rank 2. Like I said I would. I don't have any excuses. I was supposed to do it, and I didn't do it. I was like, no, I have time. And then I was like, no, I have time. And then I was like, no, I still have time. And guess what? Then it was Friday. And then I delayed the stream, and I'm like, oh, now I have time. I didn't do it yesterday either. So, it's all a wash. It's okay, we only have to play like 4 games to get there. Also, I remembered, since my last stream, this is the last note I'm gonna make, that I have another tool that can be used, and I will show it. So this is a Neopets pet page. It is neopets.com/tilde absolute corruption. Altogether is one word. And I couldn't remember the name for this page to even check if it still existed. I've been using this for many years. And it's basically the same thing as that Sunny Neo rank calculator that I was using, except I don't have to plug the numbers in. It looks at my high scores on my user lookup or whatever, looks at all my things and calculates it for me automatically every time I refresh. It also has some cool nifty things like if you click on your target rank, so you can see, as I was talking about, you got All-Star, Double All-Star, Triple All-Star, Quadruple All-Star. If you click on a rank, it will tell you exactly how many games you need to play to get to that rank. So if I wanted to get, with the amount of days that we have left, too, it's not going to be very helpful. I'm going to chalk that up to a goof. So, if I wanted to get to rank 11, like before, I would have to play 19 games of UU Ball per day, which seems more reasonable. It does seem more reasonable. Anyway, I'm going to minimize this. You don't need to look at it. You don't need to think about it. It's just there for me. If the stream disconnects again, I might change rooms. But let's just hope to God that doesn't happen. 'Cause that would suck. Today we're playing against Maltara. I'm pretty sure their team's pretty easy to beat. Not to be, like, talking up my shit or anything. Oh, I'll show you where my team is, too, before we start. We're kind of holding our rank. Not super awesome, but we are at 8 right now. So I think we were at 6 before, so we're not losing, but we're not doing better. I would like us to be doing better. And you can also see the results from the previous matches. I think we're in round 2 right now. We had a whole week of matches, and now we're in round 2. Yeah, first round matches. We've lost every round of Slushy Slinger. Well, I certainly didn't have anything to do with that, because I hate Slushy Slinger. We did pretty good at Yu-Yu Ball, though. Alrighty. Back to the game. Yu-Yu Ball. Oh, I can't see the chat, that's right. Let me grab my phone so I can see the chat. Oh my god! The Game Grumps are playing Sonic Heroes. That's like my favorite game. I'll have to watch that later. It's titled We Are Proud Furries. Everyone go watch my boys. Okay, the chat. As I was supposed to be doing. I'm sorry, Sonic Heroes is like one of my favorite games. It's like one of the first modern generation Sonic games I got as a kid. So that's very exciting. They better play it the whole way through or I'll fucking lose it in the comments. Okay. Oh. So we all remember how to play this, right? I don't need to go through the instructions again. I was kind of doing good with 2 front, 2 back, but 3 front, 1 back just sounds so good. Although their play might not always be pretty, Maltara's combination of forwards, Aldrich Bane and Tula Kistner are a promising pair that really look to make some sparks fly. Oh, they didn't give me enough time to read. Oh yeah, look at that. Very cute. Maltarans are like steampunk fire dudes, so... Let's do this shit. Gotta have that first 3-second goal. Oh, great. This is almost as annoying as the Dargan. Ah, shit. Oop, oop. Fake out. Ah, shit. Ah. I do have a lot of really awesome things planned for the rest of the summer. Once school finishes, I'd like to be doing, like, a lot of streaming. Just because I haven't gotten a lot of games done this year. I've been playing a lot more long-form games, and it's been taking me a long time. Like, last year I finished, like, 25 games, which was a lot for me. It was a new personal record, and I was really excited about it. And it's not really about the number, but I have been buying a lot of games, so I would like to return on my investment. God, this cougar is so fast! I swear he's faster than my characters. Fuck. Ah, shit! The 2 magma Neopets are, like, up my ass. Get away! Stop! They just keep passing to each other. Yeah, so I would like to, since I'm gonna be done with school for a while, maybe be streaming like twice a week. I am gonna be going back to work, but I'm only going back to work like 2 days a week. So there's definitely the time for it. Just so I can get through some more games, like, I'll probably do, whether it be, like, Shining in the Darkness one day, and then, like, other games another day. Because Shining in the Darkness has been such a long project to get it done, I would really like to mix it up with some other things. Okay. When did they get a goal? I don't remember that. Damn. For years, Keetra Deal was the lone star of the struggling Virtupets team. Now that they've taken a tumble after winning it all, will she be able to lead them back? Moltara's defenders are a tireless pair of... Pair of what? Well, we'll never know. Especially because I donated to the bundle that they had on itch, which you should go buy, called the Bundle for Racial Justice and Equality, I think it is, or it might be Racial Equality and Justice. They've got a big banner on the top, but all the money is going to NAACP, and I think it's the Community Bail Fund. It's two charities, and it's a really good cause, one. But it's also an amazing opportunity to get like 1,500 games. And I do mean 1,500. You heard that number right. And it's a minimum donation of $5. You can donate more if you want, if you feel so inclined. And then you get everything in the bundle. There's game asset packs, soundtracks, full games, lots of full games. There's also... what's the word I'm looking for? Tabletop game scenarios and rule books and card packs and all kinds of fun things like that. Lots of tabletop games. I don't play a whole lot of tabletop games, but my boyfriend does. So I also downloaded some of those because I thought, well, if he ever wants something new to play, I will already have it for him. There were a ton of things that were already on my wish list to stream. So I was really happy to add those things to my library. And also now I'm stuck with the bouncing Hassie again. This sucks. This sucks. Ugh. Well, while I've got everyone here, like I was saying, it has games like Overland, A Short Hike, Oxenfree, Death and Taxes, which is that new game that came out that's like Papers, Please, but for being the Grim Reaper, Celeste. This Hassie's never gonna get to where he's going. Celeste, Arcade Spirits, a lot of really great, awesome games. Quick Serve Delicious too, and all that, and it's for a really good cause. And a side effect that I've also seen from people supporting this, not only did they raise like $5 million, but a lot of these smaller developers that were not from the big name titles are now getting a lot of new players for their games. Like I got like 4 or 5 emails from people being like, now we're able to like fix these bugs that we didn't know that were here, and we have the most players we've ever had, and this is, you know, awesome. Thank you for doing this great thing, but also thank you for downloading our game, because like you don't have to download all the games from the bundles. And a lot of the creators are, you know, LGBT, disabled, people of color, black, you know, poor, marginalized people who, you know, they really want to get into game development, but you know, they just need their chance to get that reach and be seen. So I'm hoping that this is an opportunity for a lot of people to get their games out there, as well as help a great cause, so that, you know, some of these people who may be struggling on their own can really make a living and be able to follow their dreams. You know, I hope there's many 10-fold, 100-fold good things that come from this, and that we're able to lift each other up. And not just today, and not just tomorrow, but forever. You know, it's always been my feeling that we should always be trying to lift each other up. I think I'm gonna have to move. I definitely think I'm gonna have to move. This game's not gonna submit because I went offline. But I do think I'm gonna have to move, which is a bummer. But yeah, I've always been one who believes that people should be able to follow their dreams and create art and live happily and, you know, create things that speak to them and to their experiences. And sometimes people who create really amazing things don't always get the fanfare that they should. Sometimes people create really amazing things and it just doesn't get seen by anyone because they don't have the money or the power that big corporations do. And that doesn't mean that what they have to say isn't important. So I hope that some of these people, you know, these developers didn't have to participate, but they did because they thought it was the right thing to do. And I agree that it's the right thing to do. If I had a game, I would certainly put my game towards, you know, I would take my profits and I would put it towards giving back to people who need it more. I hope that it's able to help them to have more game players, to help their studios grow and to help them so they can follow their dreams. Because there are a lot of indie game developers out there who are really, really struggling, especially those from marginalized communities and who can't get hired. And being on their own is their best shot because no one's going to believe in you as much as you believe in you. So yeah, that's, you know, I feel very strongly about, you know, there's a lot of negative bad things in the world, but there's a lot that we can do to lift each other up. You know, there are more of us than there are bad people in the world. There's a lot of bad people and they have a lot of power, but there's a lot of good people in the world too. And that being said, I am going to move. I don't want to get too emotional, but I do feel very strongly about particularly communities who may not have as much power lifting each other up and supporting each other, even intra-community, where it's like one community supporting another community, you know, saying, you know, we see what you're going through and we're going to help you. Because we also go through some things, but we don't go through the same things as you, but we support you in your struggles. I always believe that's a good thing to do. So, and I hope the momentum keeps up. I hope people don't, you know, there's a lot of people who now see things a lot more because it's on social media, but I hope people realize that this stuff isn't just because of social media. It's always existed, and I hope it does not always exist. I hope there is a day in our lifetimes, preferably as soon as possible, when we win and it's over and people get the justice that they deserve. I'm trying to decide where I'm going to move to, and I'm going to have to leave my cat. I love him. I'm going to try and move to the next room over, and we'll see how that is. Because that room seems to be a better place to be. We're moving, this is my moving song. Okay. I'm just not quite sure if this is going to be a good spot. There's only one way to find out. It's Saturday, whatever. Let me grab my charger. All right, I actually moved down to my mom's office, which has prime optimal Wi-Fi connection. Hopefully, I didn't, knock on wood, I didn't jinx that. And I said to my cat, I said to him, all right, I'm gonna leave you here now, baby, because you look comfy on the bed, so you just enjoy your time and I'll be back soon. And he looked up at me and then he went, "Arr," and put his head down. And I was like, oh, baby. Love my boy so much. Okay. We shall begin once again. Ah, shit. Alright, sorry, I had the microphone muted because, sadly, as much as this is a better spot, my dad was working on an engine and has to rev the engine a million times, I guess. I don't know what involves working on an engine. Apparently, it's not a very good day for me. It'll be better when everyone goes back to work. Oh, damn it. I hate this Dargon ball so much. please. I beg of thee. Why? It's just infuriating! Thank you! My God! The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want. Fuck. But yeah, like I was saying, you should buy the itch pack. It's amazing, and I'm going to be playing a lot of games from it in the future because I found a ton of cat games, and I love cats, that look really amazing. And some other games too, like not just the games that were on my wish list, but I found other games too. Like Overland was on my wish list. I found a game that I've never heard of called Orion Trail, which is like an Oregon Trail space game. That's really cool. Are you shit? It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I found a lot of really cool games. I'm trying to think of what else I found. I think I need one more Yu-Yu Ball game. Or it might be two, because that other one didn't go through. It's one! Yes, one! Yes, yes, yes. So excited. I'm gonna play two, because I need it to be an even 25, but... technically an odd 25. But who's counting? I'm not counting. You know what I do want to pull up? Just in case we go down again, I want to pull up the actual feed. So I know that I'm seeing it physically with my eyes, and I'll know if it goes down faster. Okay, cool. So I was just reading the chat, but now I have the feed up. Yeah, Overland's like a apocalypse type game, and Orion Trail is a space Oregon Trail type game. There were some other games too that I can't remember the titles of, but like lots of cat platformers and stuff. Lots of visual novels. We're gonna get back to doing visual novels. I haven't done one in so long. Like I haven't even done one on my own in a while. So I'm excited. But like, I'm glad, because like, I wouldn't have known about these games on itch unless this bundle had come out. So it kind of gave me some new things to put on my list. So probably, I'm thinking, once Altador Cup is over, we're gonna go back to Shining in the Darkness, and let's see, I work on Monday and Wednesday, so I would probably say Thursday and Friday we'll be streaming for 2 or 3 hours. Thursday, maybe a little bit later than usual, like maybe 2. But Friday would be like the 12 p.m. typical type thing. And we'll do Shining on Friday. 'Cause that's what I need to do. Ruin my weekend with Shining. I mean that in the nicest of ways. I love Shining. I just also have immense hatred housed in my tiny body. Just so much hatred. Are you shitting me? Get away! Don't even touch me! My God. Thank God the engine revving is over, just because I didn't like the sound. I don't like sounds I can't control. I feel like most people are like that. Remember when I said Maltara's easy? I'm not so sure I was correct saying that. Alrighty! Look at the gem on that bitch! Red! Hell yeah, it looks awesome with that VirtuePets logo. Alright, yeah, I said I would play one more. I will. You know what I want to do? I really want to... Can I pull up the bottom of the screen? Ah! I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to pull up the bottom of the screen a little bit. Yeah, that didn't change the effect too much. Let me just... There we go. Just wanted to see something at the bottom of my own screen. Try that. There we go. Right, bitches. On Wednesdays, we wear Virtue Pets jerseys. I like dropped the ball mid-run and then picked it back up again. Try and catch me, bitch. You can't, because I'm too fast. I'm like Sonic the Hedgehog. Or like Sonic the Zweetalk. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I like how he turned around and looked at the ball like, what just happened? Bro, I don't know either. Your guess is as good as mine. Ah, shit. Come on, Keitra. These are definitely not the people to play 3 in the front, 1 in the back with. Probably not my best decision. I should probably change it to 2 and 2. But at the same time, that would be admitting that I was wrong. And I wouldn't want to do that. Because I could never be wrong. Hey! Goldtron, you're supposed to be blocking that. It's okay, I got the goal back. Funny thing happened yesterday. I went to unretweet and re-retweet one of my tweets. And when I unretweeted it, it went to -1. I was like, oh my god. I deleted it so hard that it created like a vortex, like a black hole, like a singularity within the Twitter server side. Server universe? Serververse? I can't think of what it would be called. The Twitter sphere. Come on, Sella. Is it Sella or is it Sela? Oh, it's exploding you. Man, the VOD for this is gonna be a bitch to put together. Oh god, okay, well, since we're sucking it up at Slushy Slinger, I'll play some Slushy Slinger. I won't like it, but I'll play it. I won't like it, though. Let me refresh my counter for Altador Cup so that we can see. Okay, 34 games of Slushy Slinger? I'll play 10, that's close enough. Oh, right, there's no music. Welcome to my sick and twisted slushy factory. I did look at the Neopets streamers, by the way, and they're all playing Altador Cup right now, so, I mean, of course they are, but I wanted to see what else they do. I guess I'll have to wait until Altador Cup is over. Oh no, wrong one. Well, you're gonna drink it anyway. Which would never happen in a real restaurant, by the way. They would just make a new drink. They wouldn't be like, well, I made the wrong one, so you have to drink it. You have to suffer. Because, like, that's not what people paid for. But for the sake of this game, let's just say that's just how this world works. I hope my cat's okay by himself. He's just a baby. He's just a little baby. He thinks he's smart, too. He asked for food this morning, and so my mom fed him. Well, then my dad, I guess, came by, and he's like, well, Dad didn't feed me yet, so I'm gonna ask Dad for food. And of course, my mom was like, no, don't feed him. I just fed him. He's trying to trick you. Well, then when I came downstairs, like an hour and a half later, he starts meowing at me. And I'm like, no, I was awake this whole time. There's no way in hell you're tricking me, because I heard everything go on. So the cat thinks he's smart, but he's really not as smart as he thinks. Oh, two. Hell yeah. Multitasking. Oh, I just realized I already got 300 points. I don't need to keep going. I was like so in the zone. Okay, next one. Oh, I'm not getting but there's got to be a way to do that. This game would really benefit from like anything. And I do mean anything, like music or some more something in the graphics, like some power-ups, anything to make it more exciting. You know, I do find it interesting. I am very animated today for having no sleep. Especially considering when I was rewatching the VOD as I was editing it, I did notice how I was slowly becoming quieter and slower and sleepier as time went on. And it was just so goofy. Like, you could really tell I was not on my game. I mean, I don't know if I have game. I think the most game that I have is when I record a 15-minute Neopian Flashbacks episode, because it's very easy to be on for 15 minutes, and then just to collapse afterward. dumbass. Here, take your goo. And we're done. Bye. Never have to play this dumb game again. Except for now, I do have to play this dumb game again. How many did I say I was gonna play? 10? Why? Why would I say that? Why would I hold myself to that? I can barely play 3 of these without, like, going completely wild. I do like my red gem. I think the next one is green. It's either green or blue. But I think blue is rank 4. I think when I got to rank 4 the one year, I was like, wow, this is so pretty, I don't even want to go further. Because I really like blue. Maybe the reason that we're losing at Slushy Slinger every day is because everyone else thinks this game is as boring as I do. That's what I'm hoping for. Because that I can understand. People just sucking at Slushy Slinger I can't understand. I mean, I'm like the king of sucking at games, but like, this game is just so rudimentary. 154, we're halfway there. Usually when I play Altador Cup, I'm not doing it right now because I'm streaming, but I had an Altador Cup playlist. I think it became my bangers playlist. I think I retitled it Songs That Make Your Leg Bounce, something like that. And it like had like a lot of good songs on it. The only song that I can remember off the top of my head was Seven Nation Army was on it. Oh, and I think the last song was We Are the Champions. But it was like an hour-long playlist of like all like pretty feel-good music. That you could play while you listen to Altador Cup, and I think it was partially based off of a playlist I had seen online like years ago, but then I had like added to it, like changed some things. I think that's what happened. There we go. Alrighty, there's number 3. Oh boy, we're not even halfway to 10. And this is considered the most efficient? I just don't see it. I really don't see it. Oh! I swear I clicked 2 times. Oh! Oh! I saw the weirdest thing last night while I was on the Jelly Neo image database. It's called Dr. Sloth image database, but it's run by Jelly Neo. I saw this picture, and it's an official Neopets picture of Team Moltara from Altador Cup, but like with a Kraft mac and cheese promotion. And I don't remember that. And I have a very good memory for promotions that were tied in with Neopets, and I do not remember Team Moltara being sponsored by the Kraft Macaroni and Cheese brand. So, I don't know if I just coincidentally missed that year of Altador Cup, or like I repressed it, or what? Or if they just didn't do that promotion very well. I feel like I would remember that. Especially because it's Kraft mac and cheese. Who doesn't love mac and cheese? This is absolutely mind-numbing. I can't believe I'm not even done Game 4 yet. I'm just gonna start throwing whatever I want at these people. Ow, shoot! And I can't even submit that! Gosh darn it! I'm so angry! Where's Zaya when you need some? Oh, there's that. That's not so bad. I've got an itch in my ear and I can't itch it. This is a real dilemma. I think this game just like has a hypnosis effect on me because I'm starting to feel sleepy now. And remember how I was saying I'm so amped up and so vibrant and colorful? Yeah, I'm not feeling so vibrant and colorful anymore. Alright, number 5. Might have to break these up into groups of 5 so I don't lose it. Sorry that I keep having to mute and unmute my microphone. I know that it's kind of annoying because I know the sound that it makes when I flip it up and how it comes through on the speakers, but it is what it is. One day I'll live in a world where I don't have to mute my microphone. That is not this world today. My brain has gone numb. There is nothing left of me. All the neurons gone. The gray matter obliterated. My frontal lobe melted. That was not intentional. I forgot the next word I was gonna say. My cerebral cortex chopped in half. Blended up like a horrible slushy. Oh my god, so close to 300. So close to 300. Please. Let it end. There's no way this is the most mathematically efficient. It does not feel that way. 8 minutes have passed and I have not completed 5 games. I mean, I guess that 5 games would be 15 minutes in UU ball time and 8 minutes is 5 games in slushy slinger time. I guess it's half the time for half the points. It's not as efficient. It's the same amount of efficiency. If you've run out of plays for UU ball, if you've maxed it out, I guess it's as efficient. I don't even care. I have 300 points. It doesn't matter. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Alright, let's refresh my counter so I can see. I'll come back to that. I will come back. Okay. We're making some significant progress. It says I need 25 UU ball wins, 15 slushy slinger wins, 40 make some noise wins, and 60 shootout showdown wins. How do I need more shootout showdown than make some noise? I thought they were worth the same amount. Oh. No, that's how many I've gotten. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm sorry. It says I need 15 games of UU Ball, 29 games of Slushy Slinger, and 170 games of Make Some Noise or Shootout Showdown. I was reading the wrong thing. I'm so dumb. Here, I will show you what I'm looking at. Wrong. Correct. I was looking at this top section near the rank 2, and not the middle section, which says what I actually need to rank do. Nope. Yes. Okay. Should have labeled these window captures. Okay. Let's do some make some noise. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling spicy. I can do like 20 of these. There's one. I want to window back up. You can open the window. Sorry, my mom wants to open up the window. I think it's cold, but to each their own. I'm sweating over a hot keyboard, so. Here's number 3. Why did it only say 2? Could have swore that was number 3. Unless I just clicked through it too fast. Oh. Oh! There's like a delay when it changes the number. Alright, that's fine. As long as the number's correct. That's all I care about. As long as they know what's going on, I don't need to know what's going on. I want that rank 3 gem. I want that rank 3 gem like nobody's business. Just notice he has smoke coming out of his, like, where his ears would be. But a techo is based off of a gecko, and I don't think geckos have ears. I mean, I can't be 100% sure, but I don't think they have ears. Me, 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 me. Hell yeah. See, this is much faster. I will never get over how much I hate Slushy Slinger. Uh-uh. KA in German means keine Ahnung. Parking meters, which means I have no idea. That's a traffic light. That's not a parking meter. Yay. Man, they're really worried about cheating if they're making me pick out all the parking meters out of the pictures. Doctor, 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 doctor. Alrighty. Anytime now. Me and my mom just took like the most simultaneous drink. Like we picked up the cup at the same time, we tipped the cup at the same time, we put the cup down at the same time. Perfectly in sync. That's how I want to be with everyone in my life. I just want to be fully hive mind, synced up, ready to go. Perfect rhythm, vibing with each other. Alrighty. There's 12. 8 more. Fum, 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 fum. Would you like to put the radio on AM or fum? Do, do, do. Oh, there it is. Thought I was gonna have to start singing the Jeopardy theme song. District of Columbia, District of Columbia, District of Columbia. Five more. Keep 'em coming. Nothing can stop me. I am powerful. I believe in myself. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Alright, four more. You know, I'm noticing there's a weird freezing going on when in between the frame where the techo is like, you have the first frame, then the second frame, then you have like the third frame where it zooms out the most, and in between like the second and the third frame, there's like a weird delay. It like freezes for a second. Let's see if I can replicate it again. Oh, I guess it would be in between the third and the fourth frame. Nope, see, it didn't do it that time. Oh, there's a little freezing. Wonder what that's about. Because the game is all pretty much loaded into memory when you play it, from my understanding. Like, it loads the whole flash file, and, you know, the only time it accesses the internet again is if you're, like, sending a score or having some other type of data retrieval. But this is pretty much all loaded, the actual game itself. So I wonder why it's having that weird little lag. And it's not every time. It's just in between some frames and like during some of the screaming. Okay, we've got 20, so who cares? Mystery's over. All right. I guess I'll do 10 games of Shootout Showdown, and then I'll go back to my 5 games of Slushy Slinger that I promised I'd get up to 20. Actually, I can do way more than just 10 of these. I should at least do 20. I have to position my mouse right on the restart game button so that I can go through this really fast. Oh, come on. This is maximum efficiency. You want to talk about efficiency? This is efficiency. They should put a captcha on this game, because, man, I'm zooming through it. Please don't actually put a captcha on this game. Ah, shit. Look, I'm already at 67. I do gotta play Puzzle Adventure. Oh, I hit reset and not... Oh, not maximum efficiency. Not maximum efficiency. Minimum efficiency. Slightly less than maximum efficiency. There's 70, 71. 75. I can do this all day. And just think about clouds and kittens while I do it. Here's the last one. Alrighty. Oh, let me do a stretch, because I'm flexing so hard. I think I could do another 10. You know what? Let's do another 10. I make the rules. I'm the boss. Whoops. Well, 35 is still good. You bitch. Why does that chia have teeth? I don't feel like chia should have teeth. It just doesn't look right. And they shouldn't have gums either. If they have teeth, they should have no gums. They should have gumless mouths. I mean, I don't know what a gumless mouth would look like, but I don't feel like there should be teeth. I don't like it. It's unacceptable to me. One more. There it is. Alrighty. Let's refresh my calculator again real quick. Alrighty. I only need 10 more games of Yu Ball, 20 games of Slushy Slinger. Well, I'm going to do 5 games of Slushy Slinger, so that's going to take it down even more. I was all excited and now I'm not anymore. Come on, let's think exciting thoughts. Action movies, superheroes, fluffy kitty cats, mech transformation scenes in anime, 80s anime girls, trying to think of what else is exciting. Pac-Man! Asteroids! Arcades! Now I'm just on a gaming train of thought. Paintbrushes! I mean the Neopets kind, not the real-life kind. Dogs! Hamsters! Rabbits. God, I love rabbits. I'm allergic to rabbits, which was disappointing to find out. My friend was like, I brought rabbits. You want to see them? And I'm like, oh my God, I've never touched a rabbit. I want to touch. And I was so excited because there were 2 of them. And then like my throat like started to feel like it was closing. And I was like, I think I might have a problem. I think I might be a teensy bit allergic to these beautiful, beautiful creatures of God. God, I love rabbits so much. It's such a shame. And I was like, I'll just pet a little bit and then I'll leave them alone. And like the more I was petting, the more I could feel my throat closing. Like, it was so intense. Guinea pigs! I can't think of any more animals that I like. Otters! That was short-lived. I can't think of... Oh, wait! I love everything. Cows! I love cows. Even though the meat industry is probably destroying the environment. I like cows, though. They don't have anything to do with it. They're not human. They don't know what's going on. They're just cows. They're just cows. They're just cows. All they're thinking is, like, moo and grass. Like, they don't have any thoughts. I mean, I know I said they just had thoughts, but not like deep, intense, like, what is, like, a black hole? What is EMC squared? Like, what is the meaning of life? It's just a freaking cow. It doesn't have those thoughts. Like, leave him alone. He's a simple creature. And I don't say that as a bad thing. I love cows. I wish I could be a cow. I wish I could be a cat. I wish I could be an otter. I wish I could be a dog. I wish I could be an animal. Because animals don't have to worry about anything. They just have to be an animal. They just get to chill and, like, eat stuff on the ground and be cute and get petted. Like, that's it. That's all animals have to worry about. The most a cow has to worry about, well, is dying, but we all have to worry about dying. So, I mean, that's not a major thing. Like, most a cat has to worry about is, like, where am I gonna lay today? Like, I'm talking, like, domestic animals that are treated very nicely. Obviously, like, wild animals gotta worry about a lot of shit, like getting eaten and, starving to death and being cold and where do I hide my poop? I don't know what it's like to be a wild animal. Because I'm not a wild animal. But I do know what it's like to lay on the floor and be a cat. Because I have laid on the floor next to my cat and pretended to be a cat. Which is basically the same thing. It's when I was a child, not when I was an adult. I would love to do it when I was an adult. But I don't want to be deemed as weird. I'm already being deemed as weird for half the conversations I have. God, I wish I was a cat. If I could surgically get cat ears and a tail added, I would, because I think it would benefit me. I think it would have immense benefit on my life. And, like, my boyfriend would be like, scooch, 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 scooch. He'd scratch my head and I'd be like, it would be great. Convince me that wouldn't be the greatest thing in the world. You can't. You're thinking about it right now and you want it too. You're like, damn, I need some cat ears. We could do dog ears too. Nothing wrong with that. You know, you want to be a dog? I say, ruff! Oh, man. You know what I don't want to be playing this game? Call out post for Slushy Slinger. Bullet point number 1. I hate it. Bullet point number 2. I hate it. Bullet point number 3. Boring. Bullet point number 4. No music. Bullet point number 5. I hate it. Shit. Why is it? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Please. I'm just a little baby. Oh, I'm already at 300. Get me the hell out of here. I don't want to do this anymore. So that was like game number 5, right? Ah! Game number 2! Bullet point number 7, I hate it. What happened to bullet point number 6? I don't know. What is a Theophin supposed to be? Theophin? What is it? I don't know what it's supposed to be. Like, a Flotsam is named after, like, an actual, like, sea thing. I don't know about a Jetsam, but a Flotsam is named after. I don't know if it's a sea creature or if it's, like, a plant or whatever. I don't remember. But I remember it is related to the sea. But I don't know what a Theophin is even supposed to be. Because, like, obviously a Jetsam is supposed to be a shark. And a Flotsam is supposed to be, like, a heckin'... like a... It's supposed to be a something, okay? It's like a dolphin combined with a manatee combined with, like, a whale or some nonsense. Well, what's a Theophin supposed to be? It's like a horse combined with, like, a mermaid. It's a morse. It's a morse. Oh, God. Oh, is it supposed to be a seahorse? Is that what it's supposed to be? I completely forgot seahorses existed for a brief moment. And what is a Tonu supposed to be? I don't even know what that creature is. Is it like a rhinoceros? Like a hairy rhinoceros? Oh, I gave him the wrong drink. I have so many questions and not enough answers. And how come there's two different species of frogs? I mean, I guess there's probably many kinds of frogs in the real world, but this is like, no, they're not even the same, like, class in Neopia. You got the Nemo and you got the Quiggle. And, like, the Quiggle's just a round boy and a Nemo's just a skinny boy. To me, they're the same thing. Okay, that is... Really? That's only the third one? Oh, right, because 2 didn't have enough points. This is the last one. Thankfully. Don't think I can take much more of slinging of slushies. They're not even really being slung, they're more of being slid down a Colosseum column. I've truly run out of things to say about this game. It's, it arguably is a game. It has a point system, it has an objective, there's a main character, there are enemies? Are these enemies? Oh shoot, why is it... It started to act like I wasn't in the window. And like, there's only one window to be in. It's not like I clicked something else, so I don't know why. This game does that a lot. I do remember from years of playing it that it always does this every once in a while. Alrighty. Thank God that's over. No more. I don't want any more. No more Slushy Slinger. I await for Slushy Slinger to be cancelled. 8 games of UU Ball. So this is what I'm looking at now. 8 games of UU Ball, 15 games of Slushy Slinger, 90 games of Make Some Noise, 90 games of Shootout Showdown. I can easily bang out 5 more games of UU Ball, and then probably do MSN and Shootout Showdown, for the rest of the points, and then get to rank 3. I think that's very possible. And remember, if it's Popsicle, it's possible. Something like that. At least there's music with UU Ball. Moltara's defenders are a tireless pair who hope to make up for their lack of polish with plenty of toughness and effort. Perhaps it'll start to pay dividends this tournament. And then the thing about Keep Your Deal. Come on. Come on. There it is. Once those two, like, front defenders run their play, like, the team really kind of falls apart. That's what I've noticed from these past couple games. Like, yeah, those two defenders are kind of an ass to deal with, but once they're done, they're pretty much done. They don't recover very easily. They're cheering for us. Man. I'm just killing it. Ash. Come on. No, no, no. No, no. Oh, shit, 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 shit. Come on, Wildar. No. And the rest of my team is just hanging upfield. Like, come on, I'm back here. There we go. Whoa, we got like a weird screen lag. Oh, Goldtron, come on, you're better than that. In a close win like this one, you can't help but think that Goldtron Mark 1's stellar play was the difference maker. Yeah, it was a difference maker. He missed that one goal that we wouldn't have missed otherwise. Now they're just being lazy and saying the same thing every time. There we go. Seal and Keetra, my girls. I'm interested to see how many times I can run the exact same play and get goals without being stopped. Oh my god, 4 times! Oh. Woo! Biss forgot their login. Hi, Biss. Yeah, I hope my current connection can handle a stream. The beginning was not super good at all. Then I moved, and it's been better since then. Have you ever played Altador Cup, Biss? I'm pretty sure you're a little bit familiar with Neopets. Right now I'm playing the main game for the event. Oh shit! I thought Sela still had the ball. You've solved the game of football? I have, it's true. My favorite kind of football is the one where I don't have to move my feet. Ah! XL had it and he lost it. Hey! Come on, guys. I will hand it to Moltara. They've got 2 really competent defenders, but the rest of the AI sucks. No, no. Come on, guys. Oh, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. I am actually like 100% Neopet virgin. Only football games I got into was the Mario ones, which were weirdly edgy. How so? I've only played like modern Mario sports games, so I don't know if you're referring to those. I didn't find them too edgy. Like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games and such. Oh, come on. Oh, there it is. Well, it's games like this where they flash the ability that won them a title. If Virtue Pets can maintain this level of excellence, it's easy to imagine them contending once again. Hell yeah. Alright, I need 3 more. They're just saying the same thing every time at the beginning now. Since you've never seen this before, I'll play some of the animations for you. He's happy about it. I like the little wink that you use do. The opening of Striker Charged is like... Must still be typing. Ah! Come on, Sela. Oh, jeez. We gotta have a backcourt defender. Come on. I mean, Weldar's supposed to be back there. He's got his thumb up his butt. Oh, wait, it's supposed to be Sela. Whoopsie. I'm sorry, Weldar. That was kind of mean. I didn't realize it was supposed to be Sela who was back court this time. It was Weldar like the past 7 times. Ah. My favorite part of soccer is when the power-ups show up on the board. I think Biss died, because they didn't finish their explanation. Poor Biss. I hope they can live again soon. Oh, shoot, I missed the ball. So busy getting that little wing. Oh no, not this. No. 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 Please. I do not want it. Oh. It was not a close win. We clobbered them. Aldrich is kind of a cool name. Waluigi does the suck it crotch chop as a win animation. I don't like that. I have no idea what you're referring to, but just the words you use to describe it disgust me. Also, just so you know, yes, we are throwing living beings as a ball. I know you weren't here for the 20-minute explanation I did of Altador Cup history, but apparently they like it. And I do mean that seriously. They are called UUs, and they enjoy balling up and being thrown around on the field. One of my OCs likes being used as a ball. That's wonderful. Also, I explained in the last episode, the last stream that I did, all of these characters have names, personalities, positions that they play, strengths and weaknesses, and like they have like Neopedia entries, and people ship them, of course they do. There is tons of shipping that goes on. You'll even find some fanfics on AO3, which is cursed. And people write about the characters on the Neopian Times, like teams training in the off season, and like what it's like to be a UU in training, what the process of being picked to be a UU for UU Ball is like. People have written so many stories and articles and series and stuff. People have gotten really into it. Not as much anymore, but nothing with Neopets is as much anymore. Oh, God, just give me the ball. Oh, I hate this one. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I have gotten it in the goal before. It's possible, but if your team loses the ball, I mean, that's it. You only got 10 seconds. I would say Moltara is better than Tyrannia that I played last week. Whoops, I hit the microphone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But they are not better than, like, Dargan. They're not, like, the hardest team I've played. They're like... If you were playing on easy and then you put it on normal. Semi-competent. It would be cool if in the future, Neopets could create, like, a multiplayer version of this where you actually play against other players who are controlling the AI, but I'm not sure that the Neopets team could handle the infrastructure. They can barely handle the infrastructure of, like, loading a page. I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. The current Neopets team inherited a site that was very old and broken down, and it was like every time there was broken code, instead of trying to rebuild it and make it better, they just tried to, like, patch it repeatedly over and over again. And it seems like maybe when Viacom owned Neopets, the code was already broken, but Viacom had so many servers and such powerful servers that the amount of overhead that all these errors was causing didn't really cause a problem because the server was so fast it could handle the lag. Like, but then on a less powerful server, this lag became crippling, and that's why they had to redo a ton of the site. And they're still, even after being bought by another company, working to fix those problems. But I do believe those problems started with Viacom because they were the ones that, you know, really... They're the ones who built Neopets 2.0, which is the current theme of the site. So they were the ones who built the problem. Alright, there's 30. So I will pop up my little window again and I will refresh. Okay. 5 games of Slushy Slinger. I will not do that. Never in my life. 3 games of Make Some Noise, 30 games of Shootout Showdown. I can do 10 games of Make Some Noise and 20 games of Shootout Showdown, and that'll be perfect. Because I can do that really fast. But yeah, I think what happened was Viacom horribly mismanaged the site, created a lot of broken shit, and then they handed it over to a much smaller company. The much smaller company put it on a much less powerful server, and then they went, holy moly, the site was great before, I don't understand, what did we buy? And so then they tried to do their best to fix it. I genuinely believe that they did try and do their best when Jumpstart first owned it on their own. But, you know, it's like, say you get married. You get married to a person that you love. And they have a kid. And them and their kid have their own relationship and their own problems. And you come in and you're like, this is going to be great. We're going to be a family. It's going to be awesome. And then you realize you can't fix your partner and their kids. Like, you can't fix all of those problems. You can help, you can try, but a lot of those problems were from before you came. And they are deep set, and it's going to take years. And that's why they're completely redoing the site from the bottom up, because I think that's the only thing you can do. Otherwise, you know, there is no way on Earth, and I don't think they should try and, there's no way on Earth you're going to fix what's already broken with the level of infrastructure that Neopets has, with the amount of items and the amount of games and the amount of different connections and the accounts and all of that. There's just so much data. It's better to build something new. Like, I think the whole database is probably structurally screwed up. Like, they probably have tons of data redundancies. I mean, I've taken many databases classes, so probably got tons of data redundancies and unstructured data that's not properly formatted for the way the database is. And the best thing you can do in this situation is to scrap the old and bring in new, and then import that old data into a new database, which I think they probably spent a lot of time doing. They've probably done a lot of shit on the back end that we haven't seen. And then to build a new site on top of that works with that new database. And that's what I'm hoping is going to come from the new Neopets Mobile. They're calling it Neopets Mobile because it's a mobile optimized website. It's like using Bootstrap. I really hope that they did not use a single piece of the old, except for graphics and assets and stuff. I hope it's all new. And I hope it works amazingly, because I really do think that Jumpstart and then NetDragon, after they bought Jumpstart, inherited a shitty situation. And I think NetDragon purchasing Jumpstart was the best thing that could have happened for Neopets, because I think if they hadn't, Jumpstart would have shut Neopets down. I don't think Jumpstart wanted to shut Neopets down. Not at the point when they got bought. I don't think they wanted to shut it down yet. But I think if they had gone on for 2 more years on their own, the site would have definitely been shut down. And that would have been it. Everything would have been lost. There would be nothing saved. And if NetDragon gives Neopets 10 more years, then Godspeed. Because there's very few things that have existed on the internet as long as this site. This site has existed longer than Facebook, so suck on that. NetDragon is a Chinese company that runs a lot of large MMOs. They have the ability to, you know, run very powerful servers. They have a lot of experience with mobile. I really do think they're going to do good things. I think with the amount of 20 years of data and assets and all that, it's very hard to move everything overnight. But even since they started Neopets Mobile Beta, When they started Neopets Mobile Beta, they let the premium users in first, which I'm a premium user, so I got to go in. And then about a week later, they released a whole bunch more features. So it started off, they had the home page, they had some shops set up. When you clicked on shop, it only took you to one shop. But they told you that you could actually change the number at the end of the URL to look at what the other shops would look like. Like, they were all set up. They just didn't have like a, because all of the shops are in different worlds and not all the worlds had been built out yet, they didn't have a way for you to navigate between all these different shops. So they just had the shop button go to one place. They set up a real nice, I could probably show it at the end of the stream. They set up a real nice alerts menu that has kind of like, almost like, similar to on your phone how you have push notifications and it says like 2 or 3 or whatever, but it's on the Neopets website. They probably what's taking the most time is rebuilding customization, because that was something that was completely built on the idea of using Flash. So everything had to be rebuilt. Because you just have all these Flash items and Flash art crosswalks. Is that it? There's a crosswalk in this one. You just have all these Flash trees. You have all these Flash items and Flash the whole thing was Flash. I mean, you just had to build the whole thing, redo all the art, do everything, and put it in HTML5. And there's literally hundreds of thousands of Flash items, and there's thousands of Neopets that all these items have to work for. So I know they've spent a lot of time on that. When they put out the beta, customization was available, but it did not work for every item. Because they had not imported all of the artwork yet for every Neopet, for every species. For some of the different colors, the item artwork is different because of the different, like if it's like mutant or whatever. Okay, I did my 10 games. Now I'll do Shootout Showdown. But the point is, they didn't have much to begin with for mobile beta, but I was impressed with what they had. And I think they wanted to, as soon as they had something, show it to us, because we have been waiting for so long. The idea that Viacom had was to make an app. The idea that Jumpstart had was to make an app. And everyone thought, well, it has to be an app, because everyone's making an app. It just has to be an app. But we've really moved away from that idea in the past 5 years. We've really moved more towards, it should really only be an app if there's some sort of functionality that you need from an app. Like, for example, the eBay app fucking sucks. I wish they didn't make that app, because it just sucks. And it doesn't need to be an app. Whereas Twitter for mobile sucks. That needs to be an app. But they talked about how there was this idea that it really needed to be an app, and you don't really need Neopets to be an app. If it functions within the website properly, then why does it need to... I didn't mean to do the instructions. Then why does it need to be an app? It just needs to be something that functions properly on a phone. I didn't mean to do that either. So that's why they moved away from that app and moved towards, let's just mobile optimize the site. You know, I think they said they might do an app in the future, but the app that they're really working on right now is what they called Neopets X while it was in beta, which was something that they showed at the San Diego Comic-Con adult-only Neopets after party, which I didn't get to go to because I didn't go to Comic-Con. You had to show ID to get in. The Neopets staff were there, and they were, like, drinking and giving out goodies. Damn, I wish I had been there. But Neopets X is, like, a Neopets app that they're building that looks really cool, but it's not the Neopets site. It's like a separate type thing. That's really what they're kind of looking at right now doing. And I think it's okay. To be honest, as long as it functions, I don't give a shit. And some people are like, it needs to be an app because I don't want to see the browser bar. And I'm like, you're a little baby. I'm like, just close your eyes. Just don't look at it. I don't understand. You see the browser bar when you're on your computer. What are you talking about? I don't know. Maybe they're an Apple user. Oh, was that 20 already? Oh, rank 3! Yay! Look at how green that is. It's green! I'm feeling it. I'm getting, like, way too sidetracked in my conversations about Neopets Mobile. My point was, I think doing a mobile site is going to be much easier because they need to revamp the site and they need to be mobile optimized. It's much easier to work on one thing than on two. Why split the team and work on the site and the app when you can just work on the site and you can put all your effort behind that? And I think that's great. That's it. That's the end of the story. I think it's awesome. I'm going to play more UU Ball because I feel like it. Now, criminy. But they are making a lot of progress because they let premium members use the beta. And then about a week and a half later, they had already released some more stuff. They had released the boards, and you could navigate the boards and see what the new boards will look like. They had released one of the lands, Mystery Island. They had redone everything on Mystery Island. The map was redone. All of the lands were redone. And a lot of the stuff is using like the same pictures and words and structure, but it's built out in HTML5. It has these nice, very Neopets aesthetic buttons now that I guess work better with HTML5 than the PHTML buttons that they had. I think it's very pretty. Some people were saying that the homepage looks very kiddish. I just think it looks very empty. And I think if it was less empty, people would think it looks less kiddish. But because there's not much on it right now, and there's big text, and it's very colorful, and, you know, people think that. But there's also going to be different themes for the homepage. So maybe it's just the main theme looks kiddish, but like, we're going to be able to use all our themes we've collected over the years. Like, I have a Constellations theme, and I have a Premium theme, and I have themes from different plots that I've done. So, it may look very different using those themes. I'm excited. It's an exciting time to be a Neopian. What got me on this topic? Oh, NetDragon. I would like to see NetDragon, Godspeed if everything goes well, and then they actually have time to, instead of just fixing things, like redo, like this, I would like to see them make it massively multiplayer, because I think that would be fun as shit. In the past, Neo has not done well with multiplayer games. Their most popular one was KeyQuest, which was apparently written in Java, which Neopets team has never employed any Java programmers, and this was confirmed by previous members of the team. This was confirmed by previous members of the team on a Reddit AMA, which I had suspected. They hired a on-contract Java developer to develop the game. So it ran in like a window, almost like a Flash game. And then I guess once the game was developed, like the database and all that, it was developed in such a way that they could just add the few things that they needed. Like, they had different, it was a board game, so they had different board game pieces and such. So they would add those things, and then that was it. Like, everything else had already been made. And then I guess if they needed to design more boards, I don't know if they had to bring back the contract person, but basically, when they sold the site to Jumpstart, they tried to move over KeyQuest. And what happened was, I guess data was corrupted or lost, in some sort of way, and they thought they could fix it, but it turned out they couldn't, so it became like this several year-long lie that they told. But I don't really know if it was a lie at the time, because I think they genuinely thought they could fix it, and then they realized they stepped in shit. You know, this thing was like fully coded, and I guess like basically Viacom, if they had continued to own Neopets, never intended to basically ever touch it again unless they needed to have someone on contract to fix it. So then Jumpstart comes in and they're like, oh, KeyQuest, that's nice. Let's hook the servers back up. And then it's like error. And they were like, okay, it's like a Flash game, right? We'll get our It's not a Flash game. And they were like, to the players who obviously loved KeyQuest, I mean, I used to play KeyQuest for hours every day. I loved KeyQuest, so don't get me wrong, I would love to see that game back. They were like, well, we don't know when it'll be back, but we're working on it. And I genuinely believe they were working on it for a while, but then they just didn't know how to say it's not coming back without angering people. People still post on Facebook, on like every post, where's KeyQuest? And I'm like, I don't know how many times we have to go over this. It's not coming back at this point. And I wish they had just been honest and upfront about it in the beginning. And I think at some point they did do some small announcement about it, but I don't think it was like very obvious. It was like put in the Neopian Times editorial, if I remember correctly. And like not everyone reads that. So I don't think KeyQuest is coming back. If they did anything, they would just rebuild it at this point. Because why would you build KeyQuest in Java again if you're aiming for a mobile optimized site? Yeah, so. And people are mad that it's gone also because it was a big way that they gained money. You could gain lots of Neo points from it, and you can also gain prizes that you could sell for Neo points or keep for yourself. Hey, I gained tons of code stones from it, and I sold hundreds of thousands of Neo points worth of code stones, so I'm pretty pissed too. But you know, all good things come to an end. And you know, maybe there's something better on the horizon. But yeah, there were some missteps that were definitely made. I mean, like, if NetDragon had bought Neopets from the beginning, I don't know if that would have happened. Because NetDragon has a much bigger infrastructure and they have more programmers to begin with. Whereas Jumpstart is more of a education and kids entertainment company. They're not really a game company. I mean, they make games, but I don't feel like they're the same as like a hardcore game developer. Whereas NetDragon is more like a hardcore game developer. So again, I don't know if that would have happened if NetDragon had been the one to move the servers over. And it's funny now that I think about it, because this Jumpstart stuff has been going on for like 6 years. They've been trying to fix this stuff for a long time, and they've fixed a lot of it. Don't get me wrong. After Jumpstart bought the site and moved the servers over to the new office, like half the people couldn't even get on the website for like 2 months. Like it just wouldn't load because it couldn't handle all the server requests. I don't know what kind of overhead was going on, but I can only imagine the overhead was so intense that it was just every time people were trying to like log in and load pages, it was overloading. That's why I think that they kind of inherited a shitty situation. But you know, that's hard to explain to your user base when most of them aren't computer scientists, and also most of them just want to play Neopets. And like, I get that. Like, it sucks waiting. Like, you lose customers when you make your customers wait. Customers don't want to hear excuses, they just want to see results. That's why I was happy when NetDragon bought them like a year or so ago. It was like a year or two ago, maybe. Because ever since then, it seems like things have gotten a lot better more quickly. Not everyone agrees with me, but I think Jumpstart was very slow at fixing the things that they did. They did fix some things, but I think probably they were learning as they went. They probably were like, whoa, we did not have the experience to run this site. Like, they might have the marketing wherewithal, and they might have the ideas, and they might have the creative, artistic minds, but that doesn't mean that they had the experienced programmers that they needed. But you know, one thing that Jumpstart has always been good about is like trying to keep up lines of communication. Whereas like when the Neopets site got bought by Viacom, there was like no more communication with like staff members. Like before that, we used to know staff members by name. And then like after that, it was like, I don't even know if those staff members are here anymore. But like after Jumpstart bought Neopets, they have this one staff member, Scrappy, who I thought was a boy and is actually a girl, which I was surprised. So that's my fault for stereotyping. But she does like all the social media, and she for a while was the one like answering editorials and stuff. Now they have like an editorial editor for the Neopian Times who answers those questions. And she was also, I think, writing the new features news for a while. And it was funny because when we first switched over to Jumpstart and they started writing news posts, it was like someone who had just learned what a Neopet was writing the news. And I don't know if that was Scrappy who was writing it or if it was someone else. But we joked about it for a while. And it was kind of sad, but it was also kind of cute at the same time. Because they were like, they would start off like the news and be like, did you know that a Chombi's neck can be 6 feet long? Isn't that amazing? And it was as if that person had just learned that 5 minutes ago and they just had to tell the world and they were so excited. Like, the cute part about it was it seemed like they were just as excited about Neopets lore as we were. The sad part about it was it seemed like they were learning on the job what Neopets lore was. But it was a funny time for a couple months. And then it seemed like after about 3 months they had kind of learned the tone of the site and how the news was normally written, and it went right back to the normal way, with some slight differences to how Jumpstart and NetDragon staff writes it, but it was a funny time at the time. I kind of like talking about this stuff. Because, you know, it was a stressful time for a lot of people, and a lot of people were arguing in the community. But, you know, I've seen a lot of shit on this site and in this fandom, and as long as the site's still kicking, I'm gonna be here. You know, doesn't mean I like everything that happens, but, you know, it's sort of like, you gotta roll with the punches, like... Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of another example of, like, a situation that's similar to this. Like YouTube, for example. I don't like everything YouTube does. Actually, YouTube does, not does. Actually, 90% of what YouTube does, I do not like at all. But I love YouTube and YouTubers, the YouTube community. Like, there's a lot of things I love, and I'm gonna be there probably until that site goes down in flames. And that's just how it's gonna be. And I wanna support them and hope they make the right choices. They're not always gonna make the right choices, but I hope they will. I always like to hope for the best. Some people like to complain no matter what happens. And it's like, I said to people, you know, you complained when Viacom came. You complained when Jumpstart came that Viacom was better. And you complained when NetDragon came. I'm starting to think that you people are just going to complain no matter what happens, because what else are you going to do otherwise? And I just try not to have that mindset. I try to be critical of things, but there's only so much complaining can do. There's only so many posts that you can make on Facebook directed at the Neopets team before you're just blowing hot air and wasting your time. And also, a lot of people say they have horrible experiences with the Neopets team, and even when Viacom was around, they were notoriously bad at customer service. I never had a bad experience with them. So, and I contacted them probably once a month. I contacted them about bugs. I contacted them about games not working. I contacted them about reporting people, about getting back into my accounts, because one time I changed my passwords and I had misplaced the very same password. I've been trying a new password manager and it didn't work out very well. And every single time they helped me, and they were friendly and courteous about it and nice and quick. So I don't know. Maybe I just attract good vibes. I'm not saying that my experience is the majority of experiences. I'm just saying people can be good and bad, and you can be critical, but also realize there's only a limit to what you can do with your complaints. And also realize that you're making other people enjoy things less by complaining all the time. And it's not to say that people don't have valid criticism. It's just you can also put off like really bad vibes sometimes and like be a leech on the community if you don't go about things in the right way. So it's nice to kind of reminisce on that time and be like, that's over now. And, you know, I have my opinions of what happened, and other people have their opinions about what happened, but at least people aren't arguing about it every 5 minutes. I mean, I don't go on the boards as much anymore, but the longer things in the past go, the less people, you know, they're more worried about other things now. Like the Battle Dome was updated, but it doesn't work. And I'm imagining the Battle Dome is going to be updated again with mobile. So hopefully that one will work. Because we have a huge battle community that basically can't have any fun anymore. I don't know. I'm rambling a lot. I don't know if anything I'm saying makes any sense. But I hope it does. I also want to have hope for the Neopets community, because if I don't, what else is there left? If I say it's just doomed, then what am I supposed to do? Do I just stop playing? Because that seems like the only option. If it's doomed, why would I be here? And I don't want to believe it's doomed. I want to believe that there's a chance for the site. And for the future. And that my children are going to inherit my Neopets through my will! It's gonna be written in stone! How long have we been doing this? We've been doing this for a long time. Well, we did have that whole beginning part where there was a lot of the connection breaking and stuff. I'll do a little bit more, and then I will show some of the Neopets beta if you hadn't seen it, because I think it's cool. I just think it's neat. Let me see what we got going on here. 420, Blaze. My god, I'm not gonna play any more Slushy Slinger. Do I dare play Slushy Slinger? 27 games. Oh, it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. Technically, I've only been grinding for 2 days out of 14, but it hurts so bad. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to do anymore. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to be strong for Mother. I already want to close the game. I will say the one mistake that Neo made, that was just 100% a mistake, and that they should not have, it should not have happened, is they teamed up with this company that I guess was run by like 2 or 3 people. Small business. Which, small business, good. But the small business made like keychains and pins and such, and so they were going to be releasing Neopets keychains and pins and such. Well, like, when you are a big brand, which Neopets is a big brand, you know, even if the site did not run, the Neopets intellectual property still has worth. You know, some people sell off just their concept and not the product. So the website would be the product, but Neopets, the characters and the idea, would be the concept. Some people say, you know, the product is just not cutting it anymore. I'll sell you the concept and you can do your own thing with it. And then you have the rights to do whatever you want. Make a Neopets movie, make a TV show, make a video game, whatever you want in this theoretical situation. When you're a big brand like Neopets, you should really, like, look into, like, the businesses you're working with, right? I don't know if they did that. I think they had a really good proposal that was probably really cheap, and they ran with it. And so they partnered with this company that I can't even remember what it's called. But if you looked up, like, Neopets keychains or whatever, refunds, they admitted it was a mistake. Because this company was basically running off of pre-orders and taking people's money and then not having enough money to put out to print the products they had taken the money for. So my parental unit runs a business, so I kind of know how some of this stuff works. When you purchase from a factory, particularly factories that are not in America, it's different when you purchase from factories in America. Different scenario, but I'm just talking in this case, they were printing from China. You have to buy a certain amount to be allowed to buy from that factory, because they sell the items for a very low cost, and they want to make sure that they're going to make some money on it. And so they say, you have to buy 1,000 of this, or you have to buy 10,000 of this. So if, like, everything's $1 and you have to buy 10,000 of it, you have to give them $10,000. That's just the hypothetical situation. And they don't let you buy less than that. They don't let you buy 9,999 because they just can't. Also, there's when you're importing something from some countries, you have to reach a certain weight for it to even be allowed to ship out of the country. Especially if there's, like, delays like there is right now during the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. So, that being said, you have to purchase a certain amount of product to even have it shipped to you. You have to have a certain amount of money. And you can do pre-orders to figure out how much interest there is and to maybe give you some capital to print your product, but you shouldn't completely rely on pre-orders. Like sometimes, say you might have half the money and you think you might be able to raise half the money through pre-orders, you can do that. You can sell half of them as pre-orders and then you have the other half as your stock for after the pre-orders. But you don't want to just rely on that, because what's going to happen is if people don't order enough pre-orders, you won't be able to order from the factory and you won't be able to fulfill the pre-orders. So that's exactly what happened. They only relied on pre-orders, and then a month passed, and then 2 months passed, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6. And slowly, people started to realize that their pre-orders weren't coming in on time. And the company, which was, I think, like a husband and wife duo that ran it, was like putting their items that they did still have on sale, on deep sale. And they were basically like begging people to buy the extra items that they had because they had purchased too much of these Neopets pins and keychains and such. Because, you know, there's only so many Neopets fans that want to buy a pin or a keychain. I just realized I still have the screen up. I'm so sorry. Wrong one. You didn't want to see Slushy Slinger anyway. It's a terrible game. So yeah, they got into this big situation where they still had thousands. They literally sent out emails begging people, and the email was posted on like Reddit or something. They sent out emails saying like, we still have 10,000 of these keychains. If we sold 5,000 of them, we would be able to place our pre-order order tonight and fulfill these pre-orders. And it's like these pre-orders had already been like late by like 6 months. So people were disgusted with them because it was just not a financially sound way to run a business. Again, there's nothing wrong with pre-orders, and there's nothing wrong with using some of the pre-order money to go towards printing. Like Kickstarters do that. They raise money on Kickstarter to get their product started, to get the first run printed, and then they sell what they have and continue as a business. Fidget Cube did that. All kinds of stuff. But just the way they were doing it was not sustainable. They were basically thinking that they could just keep running Kickstarters and printing way too many of these pins and keychains, and somehow they were going to become multi-bajillionaires. So then the company stopped like responding to people, I guess, and people were asking for refunds, and people were filing chargebacks and calling their banks and things like that. And it was just a mess. So finally, the Neopets team on Twitter and on other social media put out, if you had an issue with this company, we want to help you. We will give you like a refund. We will work with you. From their own pockets, because this was their mistake. They had partnered with them. They had given them permission to use the intellectual property. And they were very embarrassed by this, because this was like Jumpstart's first attempt, I want to say, at doing merch since they had bought from Viacom, and it was a complete and total disaster. Like, I'll say it, it was a disaster. And, like, good on them for, like, helping people get the refunds, but I also feel like they responded too slowly, because this problem was going on for, like, a year before they responded. But yeah, people, I'm pretty sure from what I understand, people were able to get in contact with TNT if they hadn't gotten a refund and do that, and that company's pretty much shut down. They're not going to be doing any more stuff, and they're like disgraced now. But that was a big mistake on their part. And I hope they've learned their lesson, to be honest, that they need to be working with reputable companies. Just because a company is small and it might be cheaper to work with them does not necessarily mean it's a good idea. Submit points. Now I want to see if I can find information about that. Keychains, pins, Neopets, refund. Overpowered. I wanted to say it was like super powered. Let's see. Overpowered Neopets. Oh, I forgot. They also tried to run like some sort of oh god, I don't even know why Neopets let them do this. I don't know if this was from Overpowered. But Jumpstart tried to let someone run a blockchain microcurrency type thing through Neopets, where you could like purchase blockchain currency and it would give you like special trading cards and stuff online, and it worked horribly. And also everyone hated it. And also it was really expensive. And also it was really stupid. I gotta look that up too. So here's the email that they sent out, that they actually sent out from their company to their customers. This is from Reddit, posted by Feathery Owls. So thank you, Feathery Owls. Hi, friend. Thanks so much for your notes of support last week. It provided me with some steam to keep moving, as well as some much-needed R&R with my significant other. I'm reaching out to you today because I need your support. We need to sell out the inventory we currently have. At this moment, there are exactly 3,802 individual Neopet products still in our inventory. If we sold all of it, we would have more than enough to fund the production of pre-orders and put new products into production. I know pins and keychains aren't everyone's cup of tea, but if we're able to meet our goal of $37,000, we can make something new, and you will be a part of that process. A little secret, I've been super anxious to put a figurine into production. Just one to start. Yeah, because clearly you're a genius business person. The cost to do a figurine includes mold costs, per unit costs, packaging costs, and a minimum order quantity of 1,000. Over $10,000. So this is what I'm saying. There's minimum order quantities and there's all these costs involved. So I have marked individual items at $9.99 and multi-packs at $14.99. This price includes shipping, which is about $4 for US orders, the price we pay the warehouse to pick, pack, and put your items in the mail. I don't know why they're paying an official warehouse. I mean, if you're a small business, I mean, I'm not saying you should do it on your own, but if you're a small business, you can do it on your own, and if you're struggling this much, maybe you shouldn't be paying the warehouse. Maybe you should be packing the orders. So the real price of the individual items is $5.99, and for multi-item price packs, the actual price you're paying for items is $3.66 each. We save money on shipping multi-item packs to you, so we pass on the savings. No gimmicks, no tricky or scammy-sounding price hikes or prize code bonuses. Just rallying the Neopets peeps who want to see a resurgence and more merch. I just want to see competence. I would love for you to buy all of these Neopets products. This honestly sounds like a used car salesman. Neopets is poised for a comeback. These just might turn into super collectibles. That'd be cool. Tell all your Neo friends to come pitch in. Tell them they're making a small, quote-unquote, down payment towards the future and better Neo merch. Let's keep the Neo merch train going. You rock. CEO of Overpowered. I can't make this shit up. And someone commented NTYGLT, which means no thank you, good luck though. It's a very rude way of commenting on like a adoption or trading board. Like they'll be like, "Oh, you have a super rare high level Drake. Would you like my blue chia named Fart Muncher McGee?" And you'll be like NTYGLT. God. I'm trying to think about the blockchain Neopets. I don't want this in my search history. Oh, God. Please, no. It was called Neopets Crypto Quest. That's right. Oh, God. If you've ever worked with blockchain technologies before, this is like that guy that thought he could put blockchain in Cooking Mama. I mean, why would you want to put blockchain in Neopets? Why? Yeah, so you would get these like cards and stuff. A standard pack containing 3 cards was $4.99. $4.99 back in the day could get you a pack of 10 booster pack of Neopets TCG you could hold in your hand. And it came with a virtual prize code. And a deluxe pack guaranteed to contain rarer cards is $7.99. I don't know what you could do with these, to be honest, besides collect them and get some items. Looks like you could get a morphing potion, a plushie, another morphing potion. It's just such nonsense. It's just such nonsense. I call it like I see it. That's dumb. So that's some of the dumb shit that Jumpstart got into. Like, these are things that we really need to complain about. And people did. No, people definitely did. But I'm just saying, like, KeyQuest, yeah, I'm sad about that. But I don't know if there's physically anything we can do to get it back. Besides wait until the site's rebuilt and hope they rebuild it. But, you know, blockchain, we can definitely tell them to never work with a blockchain company again. Oh, God. I mean, what a fucking scam. And, like, everyone who invested in that was like, this is so fucking stupid, it's not worth my money. Like, everyone who even put, like, $1 towards it was like, do not do this. God. Neopets blockchain. Neocoin is worth $200 today. Oh, really? I need to invest in some Neocoin. I walk up to the cashier at the ShopRite supermarket. I'm like, do you take Neocoin? Cashier's like, what? I'm like, you know, Neocoin. It's an online encrypted currency emblazoned with Neopets on it. And, like, it's like the 16-year-old girl who's ringing me up. She's just like, can you please leave? You're scaring me. And I'm like, I just want to know if you take Neocoin. Tell me! Please leave, I'm calling security! Someone make Neocoin, please. Could we do that? Could the fans do that, or would we get sued? If we were making money off of it, I guess we would get sued. I mean, if the team agreed to do the whole blockchain crypto quest thing, maybe I can get them to agree to do Neocoin. I mean, like, clearly they'll do business with anyone. So maybe I just need to send them an email and be like, yo, I have a genius idea. It's gonna make you $1 bajillion. This mer chipmunk moves pretty fast on land. I think it's supposed to be like a walrus. It's called a Tuscanini. And she has no name. She is the Tuscanini waitress. Because even though we have a strong, powerful female main character, she still isn't empowered enough to have her own name. So much for the tolerant left. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm gonna finish up Slushy Slinger and show you the beta and be done with my stream, because I'm getting a little bit weird. The whole blockchain thing, like, just set off the giggles. Somebody greenlit Garfield Eats, made an Instagram with entrepreneur in the make an Instagram with entrepreneur in the bio, and you might have a chance. Cool. I will. Honestly, I think Garfield Eats is a great idea, so I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, like, think about it. There's, like, whole restaurants themed around Mickey Mouse, right? But Mickey Mouse is not known for his eating. You know who's known for his eating and his love of food? Garfield. It's in his character. If they didn't make a Garfield-themed restaurant, it would be a crime. I want to go to the Hello Kitty cafe in Japan. They make like all the food shaped like Hello Kitty characters. I'm known for eating. Most humans are. Oh wait, I forgot you're not human. You're a fairy in a human shell. Not to be dramatic, but I think this is the most boring game alive. I wish I'd gotten to go to the Kirby pop-up cafe. Did you go to Japan and not take me? I mean, I didn't know you before like 6 months ago, but go into the past and take me to Japan. Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Kyle to go with me. He doesn't like crowds or people or like people. I wish I'd been in Japan at the time. Oh, it was like an American thing? Not as cool. Not as cool. Woo! There's my 5 games of Slushy Slinger. Alright. Okay. There's no way I'm getting to rank 4 today. I'm too burnt out. I'm too silly. I mean, look at that. 11 games of Yu Yu Ball, 22 games of Slushy Slinger, 130 games of Make Some Noise. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen. Just accept that it's not gonna happen. I'll show you Neopets Beta though. Okay. Oh, it's Quiggle Day. Happy Quiggle Day, everyone! Alright, so this is Neopets Beta so far. People say that this screen looks a little bit too kiddish. To be honest, I think it just needs more of anything on it. But I kind of get where they're coming from. I mean, it's bright colors and big words and such. On a mobile screen, it looks very good. They added this cute little sidebar that I don't know if you can see that. Oh, you can't. Let me move the unlock sources. Let me scooch the window over. Very cute. Add me on Neopets, we can be friends. And so most of these links don't work yet. But you've got like your little pets here. So here's all my pets. Just on my one account, because I have the standard amount of side accounts. I don't know what this is. Oh. Here's the little release, not release notes, the alerts that I was telling you about. So there's news, and then there's like specific alerts to your account. And then also you can see all the stuff that they've been doing. So here's the most recent update that they did. They're also making a lot of changes that people have been asking for a long time while they're updating the site. So people have been asking for like to be able to write longer messages on the board. So they're like, well, we're redoing the board, so why don't we do that as well? Bug fixes. Here's the first one that they did. Looks like they opened the closed beta way earlier than I got in. I got in like May. The month was 5. So, and then this came like a week or 2 after. So I guess it wasn't as fast as I thought. And some of the games were converted and stuff too. So these games were converted from Flash. Only a few, but they're planning on converting all of them. The only thing is you can't send scores right now. Which I guess is to keep people from sending scores on both games and doubling the Neo points, but you can see they work. They function. One thing that I thought was really cool was they did a lot of new stuff. So if I look at Duno's sort of little window, it organizes into different things that I can do with him, like little hot links, which I would imagine if you had an app and you clicked on your Neopet, these options would be available very quickly. Normally, you would have to go to your inventory to do most of these, or go specifically to the customization page. And then this take photo button is going to have the option to automatically like connect to other websites and stuff. So you would be, it doesn't do anything right now. I clicked on it and nothing happened, but you would have the option to like send a picture of Duno to Twitter like immediately. And like when you click on play, it shows you the toys that are in your inventory. Instead of going through your inventory and looking through all the items and then deciding what you want to do, you can say, I want to do something with Duno. I want to play with him. And then click on the item that allows you to do that. You can feed him. It shows you the items. Read to him. Books. And the cool thing about this is I have a book reading pet. She reads books all the time. I just stuff them down her face. And she's read like 500 books. And as time goes on, I start to forget which book she's read. And sometimes I'll get a free book when I'm not buying a specific book for her. I'll get a free book. I'm like, did she read this before? I don't remember. I should check. And the only way to check is to read it to her, and then she kicks it back to me and says, you idiot, I've already read this. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. But this will actually show books that your pet has not read yet. And I think that's awesome. Because if you see that there's nothing here, that the books have all been read, then you know you can just go to the next Neopet, you can go to CK, you can open up the books, and you can read the book to her. I think this is awesome. And heal and equip and groom and all that. Never really done much grooming of my pets. Doesn't really, it just kind of has the same effect as a toy. Premium does nothing. It doesn't even take you to the premium page. The search does nothing, but it will at some point, apparently. Explore, the Explore link is not actually connected. You have to go to the release notes to go to Mystery Island, which I would like them to connect the Explore page, so I don't have to do that. But Mystery Island looks cute. You know, it's cute. Wonder if they did Giroptiku. Because that's like a smaller world. Nope, they did not. Because it leads back to this page. So they actually didn't do all of Mystery Island. They lied! But you can see, okay, this is a bad example. Let's say we go to the Tombola. All these pages, this is another bad example. Most of these pages have these big yellow buttons, and they can also be green or red, which is nice. Let's see, which one did I click on that had the buttons that I could show? Rockpool? Nope. Whatever. And also, you have native bookmarks and favorites on Neopets now. The bookmarks open up and they show you a bunch of links. So previously, when I did my dailies, I either used the premium toolbar, which is at the bottom, and also I used the Jelly Neo iframe. So the Jelly Neo iframe is they put a little sidebar on the side, and you can click, 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 click all through your dailies. And on the inside of the iframe, which is to the right of the sidebar, it loads the Neopets pages. So you don't have to do multiple clicks to get to your dailies. It just takes you there. So these bookmarks are going to be automatically built in, because you can't use the Jelly Neo iframe on mobile. And then the premium toolbar doesn't really work on mobile either. So that's good to know. And they put some bookmarks in here that already work. Yeah, talk to the plushie. And I like how they also put the Neopets like font that they use. So this is one of the Neopets fonts. It's not the logo font, but it is a font that they use frequently all over the website. I like that. I think it's nice. I don't like this bright yellow, but to be honest, I would change my toolbar anyway. I have like 23 toolbars, so that's not really an issue for me. And if you click on shop, it takes you to the food shop. But if you do, let's say 5, I didn't type anything. Whoopsies. 5. Takes you to the grooming parlor. If you do 60, takes you to spooky furniture. So you can see they did do all the stores. So it's cute. And I will show you that that's the bank. I want the inventory. Where's my inventory? Inventory. Oh, they didn't do the inventory yet. I could have swore they had. Well, whatever. They're doing things all the time. Oh, customization. They did do customization also. And it's so much prettier. And believe it or not, this is loading faster than customization loaded before, so I will take it as a win. Customization used to take like 4 minutes to load on my computer. 4 whole minutes! And I have a nice computer. So you can see Beatrix, she has hair and a vest and a skirt. They still haven't put those items in yet, but they've added a lot of cool ways to filter things by rarity and by species and by zones, and it's just much nicer in every way, shape, and form. It's nicer. So yeah, I like it. I think it'll be good. I'm done talking about Neopets for today. I gotta go record some videos and stuff, but I hope you had some fun watching me play Altador Cup games, talking about previous history with Jumpstart and NetDragon, talking about blockchain and the Neopets keychain debacle. I hope you had fun looking at Neopets beta and all that. I'm gonna go take a nap. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye.